Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go to hit that subscribe. Today we have an exciting box. I always love when MelodySusie presents itself in the studio, OMG. So I'm pretty sure I kind of know what this is. I believe we have a new drill, so I thought we would do some nail art today. I really want to try to do some cute milk bath nails, but look at these nails. They're in rough shape, guys. I took off some press-ons that I had on, and not in the best way. I really thought they'd peel off, and they didn't peel off that well. Ooh. But I thought we'd do some milk bath nails today. And we can use our new drill to prep our fingers. Oh my god. Look at this. This is the M series. Oh my, I love the box. So professional. Look at it. Oh my god. I am so excited for this drill. I personally love MelodySusie drills. I've only ever owned their drills. All my drills are MelodySusie from the very beginning, from the one that had no speed on her. So this is the M series. Okay, so we have our charger, and this is probably our handpiece. A little stand. Ooh, you can get some drill bits. Nice, nice. Do some cuticle work. We need those guys. Some more bits in here. Okay, medium. That guy looks like a rough guy. And then we do have our charger. Now, this drill is a cordless drill. Ooh, that's a nice handpiece. Ooh, got a little weight. And this little guy will just sit on the side for you to put your handpiece in here. So that's where the charger goes. Okay. Cool. Do we have... Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so it goes on from the bottom. You forward, you reverse. Oh, it's in pause. Okay. This drill is so cool. It's going to be so hard for you guys to see. You're not seeing. Okay. So now it's on forward. Oh my god, I so wish you could see, but I guess just all the lights. So this drill actually has a pause button, which I think is so cool. So we're at 4. Not loud at all. No. Good. Not like no real vibration. It's a nice heavy handpiece. One thing I like about this is like kind of cool. So say if you're doing yourself or even a client, I mainly just do myself, but you like the speed that you're on, you can just hit the top of the button. Sorry, top of the button. That's how you power on and off. You just push that. But if you push it one extra time, it pauses at the same speed that you're in. Is that not just the coolest thing ever? I think that is so cool. So now we're running again, back and forward. That's okay. Let's just... It's going to vibrate a little bit more on that, so that's why you're going to get the loudness. Take it off that for a sec. We're at 10 right now. 10k RPMs. Not loud at all. You can hear it. Up to 35. I don't know why you're even up there. That's crazy. 15. 17. Ooh. She's nice. Okay. And hold down to turn off. You have your forward and back. Your clip. Look at that color. Isn't she so pretty? Wow, you have your charger port there. That is a beautiful drill. It is so slick. Oh my gosh, she's fancy. I love this. Again, guys, this is the Mb450e series. So the M series is what you're looking for in this one. But we're going to use this one today. I want to get some nails on me. So let's test her out and see how she really works. I do have all my drill bits here. So I'm just going to set this to the side. This is the drill we'll be using today. So I'm going to take this out. I recommend if you're not using your drill, keep that barb in it. It's never good to leave your drill stored just like this. Dust particles can get in that and it's never a good idea. So it's always good if you're not using your drill to store it in it. And that's why they come in it, and that's why you see them when they come. So if you're not using it, put this in there. Meaning, if you're just putting it in a drawer and not using it. But say if you want and you're using it, you can keep your actual bit, your main bit in there. So honestly, I think I usually leave my barrel bit for the most part, or whatever bit I used last. So I'm just going to set that to the side. I'm going to grab my dust collector. So this also is the MelodySusie dust collector. Mine is a little rubbed off. Honestly, guys, I've had this dust collector for... I was just doing... Somebody asked me for the link the other day, or what dust collector I recommend, and I completely would recommend MelodySusie. I've had this dust collector for, at least 2 years, and she's working beautifully. Hasn't stopped working. It's perfect. Love her. Okay, so lately I've been finding these little protector things. They just go over to kind of help your filters, but don't get me wrong, these are the filters and I've forgotten it, and you still want to change your filter out. You can get them on the website, and I do have a discount code with MelodySusie to save yourself some money on some dust collectors and your drill. Everything you need to have a home salon, a home studio, MelodySusie got your back. Like I said, I personally have been using their products since day one. My first drill I ever bought was a little MelodySusie. And I love her. My mom has her. And I have the Jade, I have the Scambler, and now I have the M series. So when I say I've only ever really messed with MelodySusie products when it comes to my equipment, that's just where I lie and where I trust. So I'm going to grab their dust collector, and again, we're going to use the M series drill today in all of our prep and everything like that. I am going to be doing some poly gel. I wanted to play with some poly gel. I haven't really played with that much with you guys. So I think what I want to do, we have a couple different brands of polygel. I want to do some kind of milk bath nails. We have some fresh flowers that I thought we would incorporate in today's design. And yeah, just kind of have some fun, but why not play with polygel and see how this drill breaks down polygel. So I'm just going to prep my nails because, well, they're kind of gross. I think we're just going to work on my left hand today. But as I have the drill out, look how bad that is. Oh my god, just dry and gross and cracked up. We need to fix these guys up too. So I'm going to do cuticle work on both hands. But I'm only going to do the design for my left hand today. Alright guys, so let's jump into our prep. I'm just going to go ahead and clean out my nails. We're going to want to get all that dead cuticle and prep them for our nail extensions. So you can go to MelodySusie, their official website, and get all your cuticle bits that you need there. I am using a cuticle cleaner bit just to get in there and get all that dead cuticle off our nail. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, but I thought I would talk a little bit about the drill. Oh my god, so this drill, guys, it's a brushless motor. The battery lifespan on this is up to 15 hours. It is a cordless drill, so easy for you to take around. I just love the cordless option that they have. It just makes it easier. Being in a nail studio, we already have enough cords, let alone to have our drill have to be plugged in all the time, and just loving that they actually offer that. So I do love that. And then the brushless lifespan also of these drills is a lot more than the non-brushless motor lifespans. So when I was doing my research, they said the average drill gets about 600 hours to it. Well, this drill gets up to 1,000 hours. And actually it just goes over 1,000 hours. It just says at 1,000 hours plus. So I'm like, that's almost double the lifespan in my opinion, right? So you're almost getting like, what's the point of going any other way, in my opinion? If you only get around 600 hours for your basic drills, and these MelodySusies are 1,000 plus hours, well, that's to me a no-brainer. But I wanted to do my research and make sure that I'm telling you guys the right things. So when I was doing the research, I actually noticed that I never really researched drills prior to this. In all truth, I just bought what I liked. And from the beginning, I did always buy the MelodySusie. My first one was off of Amazon. Even my second one was off of Amazon. Amazon, you can actually go and they have the storefront. MelodySusie has their storefront on Amazon. So if you are buying it off of Amazon, make sure you get it off of their storefront. And the reason I'm going to say that is important to try to get it off their storefront and not just through like third party or extra party, whatever you want to call that, sites, is because they do actually have a return policy. So up to 60-day return policy and a 30-day money back guarantee. If say it came broke or something like that, God forbid, in shipping, you'll be able to return it from their official website as well as the Amazon official store, though it can't be from just, you know, Johnny over there. It has to be from the MelodySusie store up Amazon. So make sure you are getting it through the MelodySusie store if you're going to go the Amazon way. But if you go the MelodySusie way, like their actual website, they usually can have a little bit more sales over there. You can use discount codes over there. So I have a discount code to save an extra 12%. So that always helps too. So I do recommend checking out the websites. Of course, it'll take probably about a week or so to get to you, where Amazon, I guess if you're Prime, you get it the next day. So weigh your pros and cons of if saving a little extra and waiting a little longer is better for you, or getting it right away. So I did just want to tell you a little bit about the drill. Again, what I've noticed when I was working with it, now that I've actually filmed the video and played with it for a few days, when you're breaking down the product, it didn't skip at all. Like, it almost like the drill like kicked in a little bit. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it the best way. It's like the more power you gave it, it just like, when it knew it was going to get, like usually where drills get caught, I'm not going to lie, or skip a little, it's like it picked itself up. It like it got a little torque in it. I found that so different compared to my Jade, and I'm going to use that because that's the drill that I've been using for probably the last 6 months or so. Maybe even longer now actually. But before that, the Scambler kind of did that as well. If you go too low, if your speed is too low, it can skip a little bit. But I was finding with this one, I still want to work on my lower speeds. I don't like to work too fast. It freaks me out, I'm not going to lie. And I don't think you have to be too fast when you're using gel products. And I think in this demonstration, that is actually why I wanted to use polygel. Polygel is a harder product than just gel because polygel is a mixture of gel and acrylic. So I wanted to see how this bad boy broke that down. And when I say she just went through it like butter, I mean she just went through it like butter. So I know when you're working with acrylics, it is, like I said, it's a harder product to break down. So you probably could use your speed up a little bit more. But for me, I am mainly a gel user, so I don't need to go that crazy fast. And I really don't think you need to go that crazy fast, right? So I've found with my other drills sometimes, being on lower speeds, she can catch a little. And I get it, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just me, and usually you just put up the speed a little and that'll be perfectly fine. But this drill, for some reason, it's like normally when I feel like it would get that little, you know, skip or like whatever, not skip, but like the little catch of it, she didn't. She just was like, no ma'am, I'm just gonna like almost, it kicked in or something. It was kind of weird. I really hope I'm explaining that right. It's kind of like I'm trying to explain like a car or something, but it's so true. It's like the motor of it just gave a little bit of torque. And I thought that was just so amazing. In all truth, I just noticed the difference of the two drills. Like there is an extreme difference of how the power of this drill compared to my other drills. So I was very impressed with that. And let's not mention that it has a pause button. Oh my god, that thing comes in so much handy. I absolutely love that. You can just work and then put it on a pause, set it down, do something, and then when you're ready, it has the same speed back again. Oh my god, absolutely love it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we're doing here. So we put on some nails. We did go ahead and just prep these, and I'm just using polygel that I had. Like I said, I don't use polygel a lot. I have a little bit of it. So I just wanted to do some milk bath nails. So I used that specific polygel. I will put the number down there, whatever the name of that is, for my nail bed. So I want to have the more natural skin tone, and that one actually is really, really pretty. Like for my skin tone, I absolutely love it. So I did that first, and I went and cured everything, and then I'm going to go in with this FN polish. Now this polish is absolutely stunning. I got it in a whole collection. I'll make sure I have the link for that as well. And I just want to go over the whole nail, one coat, and it's a milky white just to give that milk bath vibe. And then I went in with a clear polygel. Now I don't want a thick layer of this. I just want a pretty thin to medium layer. You want it enough so your little flowers will stick in it. And these are dried flowers. Sorry, earlier I said fresh flowers. They were fresh at some point, but they got dried out. So anyways, I'm going to go in with my fresh flowers, and I'm just going to press them in, and that's why I do like to use a little bit of like poly gel. It's a little bit thicker than a regular gel, and it kind of holds them in there a little bit better for you. So I'm just going to go in and put some little flowers and just kind of do the milk bath vibe. I can't talk. Pardon me. So a little trick I found with using big pieces of dried flowers like this, I like to cut the little butt of it out. Now I think it's not really the butt, it's like the main little piece, but that piece is the hardest piece of the dried flower, and it's like the core piece, right? And it kind of makes it stick up a little bit. Now you can do saran wrap tricks, you can do your light tricks, there's a whole whack of different tricks that you can do to try to get it to stay down. Fine if you put the whole flower on your nail and then get your scissors and just try to cut around it, just try to get that little piece out. It just flattens everything. It actually makes them all lay kind of where it was, and you can spread it out to still make it look like the whole flower, but it's not going to be raised because you're taking that little hard piece that's kind of holding everything together. And the reason I like doing it on my nail is because my nail's sticky, and when I cut it, the flower is going to break. But when it's on your nail, the whole point of it putting it there is it's going to break and stay on the gel, so you still get the whole flower vibe, if that makes sense. If you were to cut that on your palette, then it's all just going to fall apart and you're going to get a whole whack of pieces. So when you do place it, it's just going to be a whole whack of pieces. So I think it's kind of a neat little trick if you try to cut it on your nail and then it lays where you wanted it to lay. At least that's what I was trying to do in this video, and I think it worked out really, really well. I actually really enjoyed the way that these came out. I'm still wearing them. They're super cute. They were a little thick. I think I could have filed them a little bit more. And so when I'm doing this is I do actually find a little trick again to press your flowers into that poly gel. I like to just stick my finger in a glove. Please make sure you have a glove on while you're doing this. Stick your finger in a little bit of your alcohol, and so your glove is a little bit moist, and then that way you can dab it into your flowers and it will press them down for them to stay, and then you would put that in your light. Again, there is multiple ways of doing that. You can put a little jelly on the end of a light and flash cure that down. The reason I'm not a huge fan of doing that for big things like this, like full cover nail when I'm trying to do everything, is because it flash cures the little pieces and then not the whole nail, and then that could be hard, and I'm not sure if I was ready for everything to be like that, like in stages. So I like to do it all at once, and I just find as long as you have a medium layer down of your poly gel, your flowers are going to kind of stick in that a little bit, right? So once you press everything down around it, it kind of stays there for you, and then you can go in and quickly cure it that way. And I find it works pretty well for me with these style of flowers. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep putting my little flowers on. I'm going to encapsulate this with a poly gel as well. I'm going to use the clear Venalisa that we brought out. In all truth, that's not my favorite poly gel. I wouldn't recommend the Venalisa. I don't know, I just feel it's very loose. In my opinion, like I said, I don't work with poly gel often, so I wouldn't say I'm like a poly gel connoisseur or nothing like that, but I don't like a runny poly gel. I want a poly gel to be pretty stiff so I can work with it and it not just run everywhere. I feel like that clear was a little loose for my liking. Now I did just use it for this video because that's what I had out, but to be honest, I wouldn't recommend trying that. I do find the makartt so far, the more I've been working with the few times I've actually worked with the makartt polygel, I really like the consistency of that. I would love to know in the comments below if you're a polygel user. What polygels do you guys like? What's the formula consistency that like vibes for you? I prefer a bit of a stiffer one, not so loose. I feel like that one was almost like working with gel, but like a regular gel, but it was a little bit too like sticky. So I do like the makartt one. I would recommend that one if you're going to try one, but I'd love to hear down below what you guys recommend, and if you are a polygel user, what vibe you like. So we're just going to actually go ahead and seal our nail. We're just going to go over and put a whole layer of clear polygel over the whole nail. Now remember, as we press down our nail, we are curing in between the little flowers. So we cured them as we put our finger in the little bit of liquid, press down our flowers. After that, they're already down. Put it in your light for a full cure, and then go over with your top layer of clear. That way your flowers won't move. I recommend curing them in place first and then going over to encapsulate them in your clear. And again, I'm just going to use the clear from Venalisa for this one. Okay guys, so now that we've got all of our nails encapsulated, yes, I know they're thickums. It's alright. That's why we got a brand new drill, is to file them down. To be honest, I did end up going a little bit thick, but I think that could do with, again, I don't use polygel often, and I want to make sure that all my flowers are encapsulated, so that way when I do go file them, that I'm not just going to file them all off. So I don't know, I rather have a little bit more when I'm trying to encapsulate something like this than if I were just to do like a regular nail. If I was just building out a nail, of course I wouldn't go that thick, but because I want to encapsulate something and I don't want them to be filed off, I do decide to go a little bit thicker, and that's just what I did for this one. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I always recommend hand filing first, get your shape down first, and then go in with your file. But look at this, it's like butter, just so good. Like, it just is so beautiful. I'm so sorry, I actually don't remember what RPMs I was on, but I know for myself personally, when I'm doing something like this, I'm not going over 12. 12 is like my absolute high that I go for any of my filing. So here, to be all in truth, I'm probably around 10, because I know myself, I don't go past 12. 12 is like a really big, I got a lot of debulking to do, and that's pretty much as fast as I ever go with any of my drills. I'm like I said, I'm a gel user, and I just don't need that much speed and torque. The higher you go, the more power she's going to give you. So when you're breaking down acrylics, yeah, you might need it a little bit harder, but gel are softer to break down when filing than acrylics. Because this is a polygel, it is a mixture of gel and acrylic. It will be a little bit tougher than a regular gel to file down. So, but again, I do feel that this is just going through it like butter. So I don't know, like, I just love the drill, guys. I'm not trying to sell it to you, but if you're in the market for a drill, I definitely recommend going to check out MelodySusie. In all truth, like I said, I've been using them for almost 3 years now. And I personally love them, and like I said, they're just getting better and better. Like, this one is so cool, like the torque of it, the power that it has behind it. I'm very impressed, actually. I'm very, very impressed. And then the pause button, oh my god, it's a game changer. All my drills need pause buttons. Why did they never do this before? That is literally one of the best things when you want to change out your bed, when you want to change forward to reverse. You could just hit pause instead of having to dial down all the way down to your speed. If you just want to quickly grab like a hand file, you want to clean up something quick, you could set your drill down, hit the pause button, and again, when you bring your drill back up, it'll be on the exact same speed you left it. It's amazing that it has that. Like, why did they not think of this a million years ago? But I absolutely love that they did think of it now. So thank you so much for going and just thinking of those things. I guess I never would have thought of that, a pause button on a drill. Freaking genius, just genius. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep filing these down to get them a little bit thinner. They're a little too thick here, and then we'll go over and put our top coat. Now that my hands are all nice and washed, I am going to go in and actually add some sticker decals. Now, I know you're probably like, what is the point of this? You just encapsulated flowers. But I feel like I have very similar flowers to what I encapsulated, and I thought it would give it like almost a 3D effect. You're going to get all the encapsulated flowers down below, but then you're going to get like the extra detail of a sticker decal. I don't know, that's where my brain went, so that's what I wanted to try. So I just grabbed my stickers for flowers, my little flower box, and I wanted to find the ones that I had in real flower form. So these ones look identical to like the real flower vibes that we were doing. So I just want to add the similar colors in a couple of the little blank spots. I don't mind filling it in a little bit, and like I said, I think it's just going to give it almost like a 3D vibe. vibe. You're going to see the detail of the sticker, but you're also going to have the encapsulated part of it. It actually looks really cool when it's all said and done. Again, I'm still wearing them, looking at them now. Super cute. I love that it does. It gives it almost like a 3D vibe. So I'm just going to do that. So once I lay all my stickers down, I am going to go over and do a thin layer of top coat, just a regular top coat. And then I'm going to actually go in and buff off the top coat. So I want to buff it a little bit, and this is to kind of encapsulate the sticker, but now I want to go in and just make sure everything is smooth. Sometimes you get a little piece of sticker that sticks up, never a good thing, so it's always good to get that off, but I wanted to get it off, and then I want to go in with my final top coat. So the final top coat I want to do is this top coat here. Why can't I think of the name of it? KODIES, there we go. Sorry, I got it off Ali. I'll definitely put it down below, but this is a milky white top coat, so I want to go over and just give everything a nice layer with milky white. I truly believe it finishes it off just perfectly. Alright guys, so my final thoughts of the drill. I definitely needed it. Came in handy today. I went a little thick with these guys, so it was very nice filing them down. I can definitely tell that it is more on the professional side of a drill. I think when I compare it to my Jade, for instance, this definitely has a lot more power. So I would say if you're wanting a professional style drill, the M series is definitely where you want to go. I just find, honestly, the speed, the power of the drill. And one thing I want to say that I absolutely love is the pause button. That pause button comes in such handy for when you're switching out your bit. I just pause it, switch out my bit. When I just want to set my drill down to do something, maybe a little hand filing quick, but I know I'm going to need to go back in with a hand piece, I just hit the button, you just tap it and it pauses it for you. Like, I absolutely love that feature. I think that is such an amazing feature. I love it. I've only obviously just worked with it one time, but I think this guy's going to be going in replace of my Jade. I absolutely love this one. This one is so cool and it is so pretty. They do have another variation of the color. It is orange. I personally prefer the pink in my vibe, but love. I think if you're in the market for a drill, period, definitely go check out MelodySusie. But while you're there, guys, you might as well grab their dust collector. It is a beautiful dust collector. The only negative is it's a little loud, but in all truth, if you could tell me that there's a quiet dust collector out there, I'd like to see it. It has a motor in it, right? But the suction on it is absolutely I absolutely love it. I've had mine personally for a little over 2 years. I bought that one and she's still working beautifully. So again, this M series of the drill, if you want a more professional style drill, this is definitely the way to go. I can feel the difference in the speed. When I'm just comparing it to the Jade and Scambler, I can definitely tell the difference. I love it. It's like a little bit of weight, but it's not too heavy. The handpiece is quite nice. It has a little bit of weight to it as well. But it's not too heavy. Really slender. I'm loving it, to be honest. And I love the one with the gray vibes instead of the white. The rest of them are all white, the handles. I personally love it. Thank you so much, MelodySusie. I truly appreciate testing out your guys' drills. Again, I personally bought in their drills since day one. I love them, but that's just me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoy these little milk bath nails. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.